Good morning, and welcome back to another Saturday morning coffee episode. If you're a first-time joiner, it is where I sit down and I drink a cup of coffee and I talk about a list of topics I have, and whichever ends first ends the episode. Today, we are drinking a local roasting company's Ethiopia Blend. It's the Clearwater Roasting Company, located in Moscow. I picked this up at the farmer's market 2 weeks ago, and I've been really enjoying it. I'm a sucker for all that local stuff anyways, so this just kind of fits perfectly. And you know what? It actually tastes really, really good. I drink my coffee just black. I don't think I've mentioned that before, but I just prefer to drink my coffee black. And that I feel like that way I'm actually getting the full taste of whatever those coffee beans are, and these are really good. I wish I could say that was an ad roll. All right. To get into it, I was recently asked like what my favorite movies were, and I kind of sat there for a minute with a blank face and was trying to think like what my favorite movies were. And I realized the reason I was struggling was because I had never actually sat down to write my favorite movies. I'd never actually made that list. So, I started putting it together, and it's not done yet. And these rankings might turn around a little bit. But right now, these are my three favorite movies. Coming in third place, I have The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension. In second place, I have Your Name. And in first place, the 1999 The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. These are absolutely my hardcore favorite movies. If you have not seen Buckaroo Banzai, which not nearly enough people have seen this movie, it is a treasure. Now, it is an 80s cult classic film, and the movie is just as strange as that title. And I cannot find anyone in real life that has ever actually watched this movie other than me. And so I've definitely force about everyone to watch this movie that I can. Phenomenal movie. It's just so fun and quirky, and it's just everything you would want from a cult classic, I think. And then Your Name, just amazingly well done movie. I was caught off guard by just how pretty all the animation was, and the fact that it ended up turning out to be the kind of movie that it was. I don't know if I want to spoil it in case you go and watch it. But it's basically following these two characters, and they're able to switch bodies when they go to sleep, and so they'll like spend every other day in the other person's body. And so it kind of goes through like the story, and then it has this very huge twist at the ending. A very emotional, very beautiful movie. I will give a warning. It is an anime movie. But I think just about anyone could enjoy this movie for what it is. And then there's The Mummy, right? So, one second. This is by far the greatest movie of my childhood. I cannot tell you how many times I have rewatched The Mummy. And I don't know, there's something about Brendan Fraser and honestly the whole cast performance that just captivate me. I doubt it did that well with critics anyways. I'm sure it did good. But I know The Mummy is, that particular Mummy is really appreciated. Let's see what Rotten Tomatoes gave it though. Rotten Tomatoes. See, here's the thing with Rotten Tomatoes. They're either right on the nose or they're totally off. Wow. 62% on the tomato meter. That is ridiculous. Well, go to Peacock, watch this movie, and realize why it's the best mummy movie in the franchise and deserves way more than a 62%. Anyways, when I gave this list, somebody was surprised that I didn't list like Harry Potter or Star Wars or whatever. And I love those series like Red versus Blue and Lord of the Rings. I'd also throw on this like series list of like my all-time favorite, and I've rewatched these movies constantly, but it's not like any singular movie I can pick out and say, this is my favorite movie of all time, you know? And maybe that is a symptom of being a series. I don't. I would wonder how many people have a particular movie from a series on their all-time favorite. I guess The Mummy is the series. Never mind. I just contradicted myself right there. So, I guess I'm just going to take that point back. Okay. Okay. I wanted to talk about garbage. And the reason I want to talk about garbage is because in my apartment complex, people have been moving out. And what comes with moving out is throwing away a lot of trash, cleaning out your apartment, right? But the thing that really hung me up is, and I've noticed this in every college town I've been in, is that when it's time for move out and people are moving away, they don't take their big, nice furniture. In my dumpster, I have seen some very good condition mattresses. I have seen a very nice couch, several shelves, TVs. This is the big one that really pissed me off. People are throwing away like canned food that is not expired, and like entire cases of canned food, and like other freezer items. Like someone threw away some butchered deer meat, and I'm like, there are so I don't understand it, because first of all, with the canned food, I mean, I'm talking like a full case of Kirkland tomato sauce. So that's 12 individual cans of that stuff. And the thing is, especially from here, if you look over, about half a block away from us is a food pantry donation bin. You can almost see it from our apartment. And these people are just throwing away an insane amount of food when they could be donating it to a food pantry. The donation box is literally sitting in front of a building half a block down, just at the end of the alleyway. It's right there. And it drives me crazy how wasteful and just how much people are throwing money away of, like I said, all this furniture stuff, all this food stuff, all of it is just thrown in the garbage. When that couch could have been donated, those food items could have been given away to help the community. I just don't get it. And all I can say is, not my kid. I would come unglued if I found out my kid was being that wasteful and choosing to not think about the community or the betterment of everyone, of people around them, when they're getting rid of so much perfectly fine goods. This has just been driving me crazy, seeing it pile up in the dumpster beside our apartment complex. And it's not just here. It's well known that in college towns, when it's time for move out, these students are just going to be throwing away insane amounts of things. Like, I remember I worked at one college in the electrical department for a couple of summers while I was in college. And, the rule was just these kids leave all these stuff. You can take what you want, And there were very nice, expensive, like keyboards and stuff being left behind, electronic equipment, all sorts of things. And these students would just throw them in the dumpster because, I don't want to bother with taking this home. I'm sure it's very obvious just how much this bugs me. Anyways, I just wanted to vent on here because captivated audience, thank you. If you have any good trash finds, I would love to hear what those were. Because there's no shame in taking a very nice condition shelf or whatever out of the garbage. I'm just gonna say it. There is no shame in it. Give me a second to take a drink here and calm down. All right. So I just finished playing the Mass Effect Legendary Trilogy. I guess it's not just anymore. It's been a few weeks. But I really thought it was going to take more than this. I thought this was going to be a concentrated effort for months. But I think just replaying the Legendary Trilogy has made me like playing single player games again. And like not just like it, but I feel relaxed and I enjoy it as a hobby. And I'm surprised. I love those games and I knew I was going to enjoy playing them. But now I know I feel this way because I watched the Summer Games Fest and the Xbox Showcase this last week. And I'm like looking at all these games that they're showcasing, all these single player games, and I'm like, I actually feel excited about this. And I'm looking forward to these games. Like I have a list of these games coming out over the next year that I would love to try out, especially if they're on Game Pass. I don't have a reason not to try them out. And so it's just kind of... it just kind of caught me by surprise that I'm already enjoying playing single player video games again. And all it took was just to replay Shepard's story. Yeah. So I just wanted to bring it up because I'm excited about it. And I think I'm still going to do some game journal episodes in the future, especially when I hit 100,000 gamer score, which I'm about 15,000 away from. So I'm hoping that I can hit that by the end of the summer. I've got about 8 weeks left, maybe. Yeah, I've got about 8 weeks left to try and hit that last 15,000. And then I'm going to do like a reflection on what is that? 20 years of playing, of going after achievements and playing games on Xbox. I'll have to double check that number. But I'm going to do kind of the game journal reflection at that point for that one. And so, man, it's got me wanting to, it just reinforces my desire to not continue going after this extra degree and just call it. But I'm already halfway through this program. I might as well finish it, right? Especially if I say, I want to drop out so I can play more video games. That sounds really bad. To be clear, though, I do already have degrees. Oh, God. Now I gotta switch topics because I'm going to be focusing on this now. So, okay, so the wedding is less than a year away, and we got to go check out the venue on Sunday. And it's kind of funny. I hopped out of the car with a notepad and I was ready to take notes and start asking questions. And I don't remember how I got brought up, but I was talking to the two people giving us a tour, and something came up about my fiance having questions. I was like, oh no, she woke up and said, I'm just going to take pictures and call it good. I'm the one with all the questions. And they made an offhanded joke about, we've dealt with bridezillas before, but what do we call you, a groomzilla? And I was like, ha ha ha, yes, because I am a man that likes to have a plan. And so I guess that makes me a groomzilla. That's fine. We are planning the wedding entirely ourselves, so I'm very stressed out about it. And Jesus, it is a lot of work to plan a wedding in every little component. But thankfully, checking out the venue and seeing it with my eyes really helped figure some things out and like, okay, now I know where things go, and now I can think about what else we need to plan. And realistically, I gotta have this done I gotta have the plan done in 6 months, right? Give us 3 months to review and then 3 months to breathe. Well, 2 months to breathe, and the last month can be stressful again. That seems like a good plan, but there's just an insane amount of components that go into this, and we wrote the guest list, and now we got to refine it, and I'm sure we got to refine it again before RSVPs go out in 3 months, and the decorations, all the decorations are on us, trying to decide what's going to be real flower, what's not real flower, or, fake flower. Gosh. Yeah, I'm sitting here running through the checklist in my head. It is just a lot of work, and it's insane. And I completely and 100% recommend hiring a wedding planner, if at all possible. Unless you're getting married in a park and calling it good, or the backyard. That's not a bad idea. Okay. All right. We actually ran out of topics. Usually I'm running out of coffee first. But tomorrow I have a bonus Sunday morning coffee episode. I'll be sitting down with my mom and her friend Linda, who was basically a second mom to us growing up. And we're going to be recapping and we're going to be following up on the childhood episode and the mom episode, talking because there were things that both of them have something to say on or questions to follow up on, and I thought it would be a good opportunity to just chat about it on mic. And I think there's some stuff, all of us, that we wanted to give some context on, so that should be a pretty good coffee episode. So I hope to see you tomorrow as well. This has been Alcove.